effectively, we start about 7:45. That doesn't count all the time we took to set up and going to get metal. That's hours of work. But we've got rain coming in on this particular metal roof, and I expect it to be around 2 o'clock. So we're going to see what we can get done before 2 o'clock. Which means we might go right through lunch and then eat lunch late. I've had a lot of discussion, a lot. 1 or 2 guys talk about not having slip sheets and how condensation and everything it could possibly get through and cause the roof to leak. I'm going to say it's a bunch of bull, but I'll do a video separate on that. But I want you guys that are watching these videos to understand I'm not doing this because I get paid a lot of money or something by you guys watching. And I certainly wouldn't get paid if I told you the wrong thing. So the people that are being negative, if you notice, and there's not very many, they don't say anything positive. So in reality, they're the same kind of person that might be criticizing Mother Teresa for not having a better career. So I will help you with your confidence about how you feel about what I do so that you can know how to do it, because I don't do metal roofs in anywhere but this area, about a 2-hour radius. I don't do it in Seattle, I don't do it, so all you people that are in whatever town, take confidence that ne'er-do-wells will always be there and that these things can be done. And I'll do a separate video about how condensation happens and what you might do to not let condensation be there. In this case, shingle roof, don't need slip sheets, which is just another way to spend money and make it seem like they're doing something special, and they need talent. We're using screws, and I'm going to tack them off, get as much metal on as possible, and then we'll go back and screw it off and try to keep straighter lines with chalk lines and such. So here we go. I wanted overhang because they don't want water to run in the windows anymore or do damage to the masonite siding. This house is never going to move. If it had to be moved, then you could have to cut the metal siding up because you couldn't have the overhang. But we're trying to hurry it up before the rain gets here. Well, we've got 12 sheets up in 30 minutes that are tacked off. Some are a little more than tacked off. We're getting to a vent here. It's probably for a bathroom since it's not on the outside wall. And I'm probably going to reuse this. Oh, I know I am. And I'll show you how to. Right now we got to get underneath it, pull it up, and then we put metal and cut around it. And it smells like a sewer vent or something. If we were to try to find one of these, we'd have to order it, most likely. And I can usually shape this where it works. Without actually building too much of a curb. Staples and nails into the vent. We're going to use caulking, or not caulking, but tape. Great big vent
for a teeny tiny hole.
But that'll work. We got to make sure all the nails are down, the staples are down, all the junk out of there. In reality, we only need a hole this big. So We'll show you all that as we come along. 2 layers of shingles. Which means there's 4 layers on the end here, and it never did get sealed properly right here along the boot. So we have actually nothing. It was kind of, you would not want to step on this. So we're going to replace all that. It's at the point where it's starting to get into the, what you might call a rafter in the mobile home business, but it's going to be all right. We're going to replace that plywood. We're going to put in wood around the cut edges, and then we're going to put felt paper on it. We're going to put new shingles on it. Even though the shingles are just there for a paper barrier, we'll make sure that it will shed water like a regular shingle roof. And I'll show you a couple pictures as we go. All right, we took out the old plywood, put in 2x along the edges. Everything's done with screws, no nails, staples. We've got the felt paper cut. We're fixing to put that down. So the duct back on there's an exhaust fan for the bathroom, and we use duct tape. We didn't use a nail gun like they did. And cleaned up all the shingle stuff on the outside of it. And then I'm going to set it on the hole. And I'm going to cut a V to the center of the rib in both directions. From the outside of the rib to the middle. It's a little tougher over here because it's got 2 layers, which is odd. But we are fitting the budget of the owner, and it will not leak. Then what I do is I put a screw on this side of the rib, suck it up, do the same down here. Now I'm going to do the other side of the rib. Just going to have more than one screw there. We'll have to seal all that up. Put screws all the way around it. Right beside the rib first. Actually see a hole, I fill it with a screw. Anyway, we'll flatten that all down, put screws in it, then we're going to put tape around it for a nice clean border. Then we'll put tar, then we'll pull the tape on. I'll show you an inch or 2 for the tar to bind to the metal, and I want a nice clean look when I get through. So I make all this as the edge. It makes for a square edge, like you are an artist or something. You can do perfect straight corners. Usually I use a wider tape, but this is what we had today. Then I'll put the tar around it, and then I'll pull the tape up. It's one where we had to replace the plywood, and we put the felt paper on and shingles, and then we put this roof jack back on, I mean, you can put new ones on. I do quite often. But this is on a budget, so he wanted to, if it were any good, let's go ahead and save them, that kind of thing. $12 to $15 a piece for a roof jack that is flexible, and they do a good job. But this one really, this roof has had more than one shingle roof put on it, and the second one was leaking worse than the first one probably. So anyway, I kind of do like I'm doing icing on a cake, which I don't know if everybody's done icing on a cake, but I had an ex-wife who was a cake decorator, so I got to have some experience with that. But smooth it out so that water will tend to run around it. You see how that forgives us when it comes to the outside edge. I make sure I'm pressing into the metal and tying it all together. And I go over all the screws. If you have a tendency to get it on your hands a lot, then you can wear latex gloves. Anything oil-based, you can use oil to take it off of you, or anything else. So keep that in mind. You can use WD-40 and pull it off of your hands. Pretty good. Then all I'm doing is got it on me.
Throw it on
Put
James.
it on my guy down there.
Oh, I see that ending badly. You end up getting smacked in the head, James.
Then I'm gonna put. What is this? Is this silicone?
That looks like
No.
paintable.
Hey, this won't work. We've been dodging in and out between rain. Pretty much kept everything dry and I've had no leaks. Actually, had leaks before and I have no leaks now. We're going to put the ridge cap on. In order to do that, the ridge cap in this case is 11 inches wide. That's basic. You can get them as wide as you want, actually. This is 11 inches wide. That would be 5.5 from center to center, but I generally go 5 because I don't want my foam right on the very outside edge. So what I'll do is I'll find the peak. Don't pay attention to the metal. Find the peak and measure 5 inches each side. And then we'll make a mark on the rib and then pop a line on both sides. And then we'll show you putting the foam on it. We're putting on that chalk line that we made. It's what you would call closure. This is over closure, and they make a foam closure that goes under also. But we don't have any use for that. It has a female side and a male side. So what we did, and this actually has sticky on the bottom of it, so it'll set in place and the wind won't blow it away. You can get it without the sticky. Say if you're doing the ridge cap and you want to tuck it under as you go. We're not doing that, we use a sticky. And we just stay uphill side of the line. I'm going to try to do both sides at the same time. Snow from building up and then getting underneath, and then getting underneath here. So then it runs to the first screw or something, or down the second, third screw. The roof was fairly good anyway, but we're not counting on anything as far as the shingle roof. We're putting metal, we're just using the shingles as a base. That will show you when we're ready to put the ridge cap. this you want to lay on top of and be a little beyond your foam so it doesn't stick out. And you're going to screw into the ridges. Now the way you lap over depends on with the highest visibility. If everybody's looking this way, you want to cover over this direction. If you go under, they'll have a tendency to see that edge. Same with vinyl siding and so on and so on. So we're thinking most of the parking and driving is going to be over there. Although this is so high nobody ever see, we're going to lap it over like this. So a lot of vision doesn't see that gap. And what I do, I can lap over a couple inches anyway. Sometimes more than that. And then I screw into the first rib. I go down to the other end. Screw it down. That way, as I work it this way, it doesn't walk one way or the other. All right? Just screw every other rib. You don't have to screw every one. If you want to, you can, but you don't have to. Here's the metal roof. I've had some people, one guy say something about he had a roof that in Florida that it didn't have the slip sheets, which is just paper, sort of. And so it got scratched and it rusted, and he's got videos to show it. But I'm gonna suggest to you guys that I also did 3 roofs in Florida, which 2 of them I called out. There's an attic house that we're doing just since I got since something, and they're all doing fine. That's like 23 years ago. So I've not had any issues in 26 years. So this is a metal roof to fit somebody's budget, and I know what's irritating a lot of these guys that are watching these videos. And this, I'm going to put it out there in black and white. This roof I'm doing for $3 a square foot. The average price for a metal roof is $10 to $15 a square foot. I'm making money, good money. Imagine how much more money they're making. So look at this, you can do it yourself. I've actually done one by myself several times. This means a lot more ladder up and down. You don't want to choose to be on a windy day, and this is good. The color's got a 40-year warranty on the metal, on the color, limited warranty. And then you might know how long a metal roof lasts. The only maintenance you have are the vents. You'll have to maintain the tar. Come up here every 2 or 3 years and make sure that there's no more new cracks that you don't need to fill in. And in this case, it's got dead trees that might fall and hit it all around. But this is the way to go. This will outlast shingles by long, long ways. This had 2 layers of shingles, and the last layer was 20 year plus. Might have been more, I don't know, but it was leaking. So this is the way to go, and I promise you, you can do it yourself because you're an American, not American.